Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading. As you can tell from the title of today's video, we are going to be finding out what your wedding will look like, okay? I am super excited for this video. Obviously, marriage isn't for everyone, but if you're the type of person like me who fantasizes about their wedding, what it will be like, then don't go anywhere. This is the video for you. So we have 4 piles here, as usual. Pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So feel free to pause this video for a moment if you need some time to meditate on which of these piles you feel the most drawn to. And then once you've chosen, you can fast forward to the timestamp in the description box below. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching, and without further ado, let's start with group 1. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. For all of you who chose this gorgeous blue crystal, this is for you guys. Let's find out what your wedding will look like. Okay, let's start off with your tarot. So we have the Princess of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, as well as the Chariot. Ooh, okay. Wow. So, to start off with the Princess of Cups, this looks like a really sweet wedding. Honestly, if you chose this pile, this is going to be like your fairy tale dream wedding, okay? Whatever your fantasy or your dream is for this wedding, it will happen, okay? And money is no object. This will be an expensive wedding. We have the Nine of Pentacles here, so you guys will definitely hit the bank account, all right? You will hit the bank. This wedding will be pretty lavish. That's what I'm seeing. We also have the Chariot here, so this is the classic fairy tale, you being whisked away in the carriage. Yeah. Also, the Chariot is a fast energy, so this wedding could be really fast. What I mean by that is it might like creep up on you, or like once you get engaged, things are just gonna happen really fast, okay? This could also mean that it's approaching fast, so like you might get married soon. But what I get off the bat is that this will be a really lavish wedding, and it will be like your fairy tale dream wedding. Okay, let's get some numerology cards. So we have full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture, as well as be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Ooh, okay, so we have some fire here. Yeah, with the full moon in Sag, this is going to be a really big wedding. Or it's just going to seem like bigger than life. That's kind of what I get with Sag. Sag, if you know any Sag people out there, they can be big spenders. Go big or go home, right? That's kind of the mentality with this wedding. It's going to be like a blowout event. I'm not really getting whether or not you'll have a lot of people there, but I'm definitely getting that this will be an expensive fairy tale wedding. And you guys are going to do something big. Like you might rent out an entire like theme park, a beach. I'm getting that you guys will probably like buy out an entire like building or like hotel for this event, okay? This is going to be a huge Sagittarius wedding here. That could also mean that you travel to a different location to do this. Sagittarius does rule travel. And also with the Magician, come on, like this is going to be really magical. And your intuition is going to be spot on, okay? There is something also in these cards speaking to your intuition and everything falling into place for this wedding, okay? So leading up to this wedding, synchronicities are going to slide into place, okay? Also, you might have some luck as well. Sagittarius is a very lucky energy too. So for instance, maybe you thought you couldn't get an opening at this one venue, and then like a couple days in advance, it will open. You'll get like a vacancy, and you'll have to like rush to get it to get everything sorted out. And then we have Cardinal Moon here, which talks about bold action, making the first move. So definitely be active in the planning of your wedding. I know that can be really stressful for some people and they just like to have someone else do it. But I'm seeing that your wedding, like the more you put into it and the more action and boldness that you put into it, the more dreamlike and extravagant it's gonna be, all right? That is if that's what you want for your wedding, because the cards aren't written in stone. I mean, they're just telling me what your wedding will probably be like, but you can always choose to have something more low-key, or, you know, free choice is always a factor in this, for sure. But yeah, this is super exciting, you guys. Honestly, I'm getting just bubbly talking about this, and I think it's because this wedding will probably have like champagne. I'm definitely getting a champagne, just blowout vibe from this pile. Okay, so the next cards we have are the Temple, as well as Coming Together. Okay, so with the Temple, this will probably be like a traditional wedding. So like getting married in a temple, a church, all right? That is what I'm getting with this card, to be honest. And we also have Coming Together. This is actually a master card. This is 66. So that's another synchronicity for some of you guys. Maybe you might get married on 6/6, so like June 6th, which is a classic wedding day, I feel like. Well, honestly, any day in June, because June is like the wedding month. But yeah, with the Temple, I'm getting that this will be a really traditional wedding in a sense, okay? So like, it'll probably take place within a church. Your families will be there. It will have a bigger than life quality, this wedding, obviously, because we have this full moon in Sagittarius, which actually I think the full moon in Sagittarius is usually around May or June. So those are kind of the months that I'm feeling you guys will get married, like spring, early summer. This seems also just really romantic with the Coming Together card. Like you guys might exchange vows and play some music that is really important to you guys. There does seem to be some lovey-dovey, like romantic cheesiness here, but it's really fun and it's lighthearted, okay? Yeah. Okay, let's get some more cards. Okay, so for some romance angel cards, we have True Love and we have Very Soon. Okay, yeah, very soon, guys. This wedding will creep up on you. What I was saying earlier with the Chariot card, this wedding is fast approaching from the time that you either like get engaged or from the time that you're watching this video. But I feel like the wedding event itself will be really quick. Like it won't be a long drawn out thing, even though you guys will be really taking an active approach in planning this wedding. And planning weddings can usually take like months, years, right? But I'm seeing that you guys will just want it to happen fast, you know, not like get it over with, but to get on with it. Like you guys will be so in love with each other that you'll want to marry like as soon as possible. That's what I'm getting. You guys are going to be so in love with each other that you won't want to wait. You won't want to wait to start this next chapter of your lives together. This is like a really romantic wedding. Also, the word that's jumping out at me right here is lifetime. So yeah, this is gonna be a wedding for a lifetime, you guys. Very romantic, over the top, maybe a bit cheesy, but still very fantasy-like. This is the type of wedding where you would have swans, an orchestra, huge walls of flowers. Yeah, because with the Nine of Pentacles, money is no object here, that's for sure. Okay, and then for your final cards, we have Falling in Love. Ooh, okay. And then we also have Honor the Masculine. Interesting. Okay, so with Honor the Masculine, I'm getting that either like your man, if you're a woman, or if you're a man watching this, will feel really in your element, okay? Or in their element. So this wedding might take place in a more like rugged, scenic environment. Some like the masculine energy in this relationship will feel really in their element. So maybe like at the man's home, or if they surf, then it might be at the beach. I'm just getting that like the masculine energy in this connection will feel really like in their element for this wedding. Maybe your man, or if you're a man watching this, will throw a really big bachelor party or something like that leading up to the wedding. But yeah, your man, or if you're a man, will feel really in your element with this wedding. So I'm getting mostly that'll have to do with like where the wedding takes place. Maybe the landscape itself will have some meaning in that way, or he'll have all his men there, something like that. But this is an interesting card. It doesn't come out that often, actually, so cool. And then lastly, we have falling in love. Yes. It's also cool because we got true love here as well. So this wedding, again, as I said, it will be so romantic. You guys will exchange vows. Maybe you'll get married at sunset, actually. Have like a very romantic sunset wedding where you get married, dance with each other, and then leave immediately, you know? This wedding, all in all, just seems like your classic fairy tale wedding, being whisked away in the carriage at sunset. It will probably be a big blowout thing. Just because we have this full moon in Sag and then like the Nine of Pentacles. You guys will go all out, but this will be an occasion to remember, okay? This will be the wedding of a lifetime. Your ultimate dream wedding here, okay? So yeah, these are the main things I'm receiving for this pile. So I will leave it at that for now. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it resonated. If you did like it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day wherever you're at. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey group 2, for all of you who chose this lovely garnet crystal or this pile, let's just jump right into it. Let's see what your wedding will look like. Okay, let's start off with your tarot. Okay, so we have the World. Oh shoot, we have Death. Okay, we have the Devil, as well as the Four of Wands. Can you see that? Okay, the Four of Wands. Okay, here's what I'm getting off the bat. We have a lot of major arcana energy here, okay? Which isn't a surprise. This is a wedding. Weddings are life-changing events, and the major arcana cards do deal with things that mark important chapters in our life. They do represent important universal themes here. So we have the World and we have Death. So this will close a chapter in your life and mark a new chapter, okay? Anytime we have Death here, but also the World as well, because the World is the final card in the major arcana, so the World also deals with completion too. And then Death obviously deals with endings. So this will mark the start of a new you. This wedding will transform you. It seems like a very more deep, intimate wedding. Also with the Devil here as well. So the main thing that I'm getting is that you guys will marry in secret, okay? This looks more like a secretive wedding, especially with the devil here. I don't think there will be anyone else at this wedding but you and your person, okay? And then we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is traditionally depicted actually as a celebration card. So I love to see this in a wedding reading. It looks like you guys will have like a celebration after you get married, but the actual wedding itself will probably be in secret, away from people. Because in this card, I'm just envisioning that you guys will be somewhere more discreet, away from prying eyes. You'll take very few photos, okay? This is the type of thing that's gonna be very private, intimate, extremely romantic, for sure. And just life altering. This wedding, I don't know why, but it will drastically change you and transform you and mark a new chapter in your life, okay? Okay, so for your Moonology cards, we have New Moon in Scorpio, work through your fears, as well as New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Ooh, okay. So yeah, New Moon in Scorpio, very intimate setting. Honestly, you might just decide to get married in secret, elope, because you might have some fears or stress about having other people there and it not just being you two, okay? That could be a reason why you guys decide to get married in private. I mean, you guys might decide to have a traditional wedding as well, but there's just a feeling with these cards of discreetness and intimacy, so I just strongly think you're gonna get married in secret or even elope, okay? That's kind of the energy here. And then with New Moon and Sag, luck is on your side. This seems like a wedding that's not really gonna be planned out as much. Like, you might plan out a celebration after the fact where you share the news and everyone's like, okay, they got married, you know? But this seems more like a spontaneous wedding, okay? You guys might go somewhere on vacation and get married overseas, or get married at home and just have it happen one day, like out of the ordinary, just get married, go down to the courthouse. But this seems like a really intimate, spontaneous wedding for sure. Okay, the next cards that we have are the Lovers, as well as Hidden Beauty. Ooh, okay, the Lovers. Yeah, you guys are probably gonna elope. What I get with the Lovers is usually a mischievous, rebellious, youthful energy, to be honest. So, yeah, you guys are definitely gonna make the decision together. It will probably be against everyone else's, I don't want to say wishes, but like against what other people would prefer, okay, especially your parents. This is like a classic Romeo and Juliet situation where you guys will probably get married in secret and then you'll have to like tell people after the fact, especially your parents. And there might be some fears surrounding that, okay? But luck is on your side. Remember that with this wedding. You have luck. And this is very beautiful. I just get also with the Hidden Beauty card that you guys will probably get married young, okay? Because again, the Lovers is very youthful, Hidden Beauty. I just get the feeling like you will feel the most beautiful ever, like at this wedding or when you get married to this person. It will feel so intimate, so romantic, and you will feel the most beautiful that you've ever felt. Also, both of these cards are white. White is a traditional wedding color, but I'm just getting that there's like a purity here. Like, both of you guys will probably be, if not on the younger side, then you'll be like really childish together, okay? This wedding is gonna be basically on you two. You guys will call the shots and do everything yourself, probably meet in secret, arrange like a minister somewhere secret or like out of the way somewhere. That's kind of the thing. This wedding, it just has a feel of forbiddenness almost. Like, I don't know if that's, like, when I say that, if it's in an extreme way or not, but we have Death and the Devil, which are pretty extreme cards. And when I look at this card especially, I'm just like, wow, this wedding is definitely gonna be forbidden, or like that's probably why you guys are gonna do it though, like in secret. But you guys won't like have any regrets about this. We have the new moon in Sag, we have the Four of Wands. But I think there is, like, you guys will be doing it for the thrill of it. Like, there is an element as well that you guys will be doing it because you want to do it and you can do it. But also because we have the World and we have the Death here too. It will be timely, you know, like it will be destined to happen at a certain time and you guys will know when and you'll just go with it, you know. Okay, so for your romantic angel cards, we have unrequited love as well as romantic feelings. Interesting. So with romantic feelings, there's obviously some strong feelings here. We do have the Scorpio, new moon in Scorpio, and the Death card, which is strong scorpionic energy. So there's going to be some strong feelings going on with this wedding, and perhaps like having to do with both of your guys' families as well. Just like maybe your families clash or there's just some drama going on. Honestly, this wedding will have some drama and controversy with it, okay? That's kind of the vibe here. And then with unrequited love, this kind of makes me think that this is like external forces. So like your guys' families or external events will kind of try to keep this wedding from happening. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is a feeling that I get with this energy, is that there will be forces that will try to keep this from happening, or there will be like a lot of, you know, just events that come up that you guys will have to keep like postponing this wedding until eventually you just say fuck it, like let's just get married today in the courthouse or somewhere random in secret, okay? Like fuck it. That's kind of the vibe like with this pile. It's just like fuck it. Okay, let's get some more cards. So we have air. It says breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. And then we have visions. It says psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out-of-body travel. Yeah, this is very intimate. Some of you guys might get married at night, like late at night. That is also a feeling that I get here. Like at a time when the rest of the world is asleep, or at a place that's very deserted too. Perhaps like by a lake. I'm hearing birds. So I feel like maybe somewhere out in nature too, or like on the rooftop of a castle. Okay, I know these are pretty random messages, but this wedding will probably be somewhere that's really out of the way or somewhere just really discreet, okay? So in general, just to sum up this reading, I would say that this wedding will probably be in secret. There won't be anyone else there except you and your person. It will mark a big transition in your life, entering into a new chapter with this Death card. It will be very romantic. You will probably feel the most beautiful you've ever felt. I'm also getting that this wedding will probably take place at night or away from prying eyes when no one will be awake or no one's there. There's a purity to this wedding, so again, either you guys being very childish about it and wanting to do it like in secret, again, like a Romeo and Juliet vibe. Also, Niagara Falls is coming through. Maybe some of you guys will get married at Niagara Falls. Because with the air here, what I'm getting with this, like, exchange of life-bringing energies is that you'll get married at a place that breathes life, you know? So somewhere out in nature that's very, like, powerful, like the Grand Canyon, Niagara Falls, places that harness, like, extreme conditions, or that make you guys feel like alone in the world, you know, like a place where all time stops and it's just you two, okay? So again, very, very romantic, discreet, intimate, and luck is on your side. So no matter what happens, I don't think you'll have any regrets about this wedding. Everything will happen the way it should, okay? So yeah, these are the main things I'm receiving for this reading. So I will leave it at that. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it resonated. If you did like it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day wherever you're at. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey group 3, for all of you who chose this gorgeous yellow topaz, this is the reading for you. Let's take a look at what your wedding will be like. Okay, let's start off with your tarot. So we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Two of Cups, the King of Swords, as well as the Queen of Swords. Wow, okay. So we have the King and the Queen. That makes sense. In a marriage reading, we have two people coming together who are of the same suit. As well as the Two of Cups here as well. The Two of Cups is the ultimate kind of like soul connection card. This is a card of soulmates, like a soul connection or like union, all right? What's interesting about this pile is that we have two queens here who are of the opposite suits. Wands and swords are kind of opposites. So wands are associated with fire and then swords are associated with air. This is interesting. There might be two women like for instance a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law, or like a mother and a daughter. There's something interesting going on here about there either being like two women, or perhaps there will be two weddings. So maybe like you guys will have a wedding somewhere else, like on vacation, and then you will come back and have like a formal wedding with your family that's more traditional perhaps. So yeah, right off the bat, it will probably be a more traditional wedding that we're looking at here. But there will be two strong, powerful, like female heads of this wedding. So like the bride, and then either like her mother or like a mother-in-law. There will be two powerful women at this wedding. We have two queens here, which is super interesting and strange. A strange thing to come through for this reading, but yeah, something to be aware of for sure. Or there could also just be two weddings that the bride chooses to have. That's also another possibility. But there will be either like two women or two weddings. This is super funny. Okay, let's get some more cards. Okay, so we have Waning Moon, what do you need to release? I don't know, can you guys see that? Okay, there we go. So there could be some stuff that either you or your person needs to release leading up to this wedding. Another thing that I'm possibly getting from this card, because it has just strong visual imagery, is that maybe you guys will get married in the winter, have a winter wedding here. But there will probably be some stuff that comes up around this wedding that you guys will have to deal with emotionally, some baggage, or perhaps some stuff from your past coming back to haunt you. Yeah. It seems like an interesting wedding though. And then we have New Moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Literally for all of my readings, I've just gotten new moon cards. I think it's because weddings mark a new chapter. Also, maybe some of you guys will get married during Aquarius season. Aquarius is a winter sign, so yeah, maybe some of you guys will get married like close to Valentine's Day or around that general time. February is coming through, so that could be an indicator for some of you guys of when you might get married. With New Moon in Aquarius, you guys are going to have some interesting talks leading up to this wedding. We do have the King and the Queen of Swords here, so communication will be vital. Like, you guys will need to talk to each other about this wedding. Make sure that you feel that it feels right and that there's nothing else kind of going on here with the Queen of Wands, with another woman perhaps, or with other past stuff that might be coming up or rehashing around this time that you guys get married, okay? So yeah, bring love into the situation, communication, understanding. That will really help you guys out. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, the swords are correlated to air energy, so this is all about communication, being clear on what you want out of this, and honestly just talking about your feelings, like talking through it and making sure that you both are on the same basis, okay? Otherwise, you'll get the type of thing that happens like in Sex and the City where Big left, you know? Okay, I don't know if any of you guys have seen Sex and the City, or when he kind of like left her at the altar. But I'm not saying that you guys will be left at the altar if you're watching this. I am saying that communication is vital, okay? Listen to what your partner is saying in the days and the weeks leading up to this wedding, and make sure that you're on the same page about this wedding and about your feelings and how you feel towards each other. You're going to have some really important conversations about your feelings and possibly past baggage as well, okay? Or things that you need to release. Okay, so for your next cards, we have Acceptance as well as Ethereal Touch. Ooh, okay. So starting off with Acceptance, this goes hand in hand with communicating and keeping an open mind about each other, along with this waning moon too, because you guys will need to put some stuff behind you from your past, or find this acceptance and this love in each other before moving forward with this, okay? That will be very important. And with Ethereal Touch, I think that you guys are being brought together divinely. Ethereal Touch is kind of one of those cards that does deal with divine intervention. So like the angels kind of having a hand in this and bringing you two together. But I feel like this connection is a very soulful connection. I also get that maybe this is someone who you've known from childhood, or someone who you will have known for quite a long time before you move forward with this wedding. So I think that's also why there will be stuff that you need to release from your past coming up. There will be this big kind of moment that you have where you will find this acceptance before you move forward, and your partner will need to find it too, you know? Ooh, and this is 55, card 55. So 5-5. Maybe you guys will get married like in the 5th month or on the 5th day, perhaps, of a month. I also get that you guys might have some pressure put on you from other people, like externally, to make this wedding happen, but you guys will want to move slowly with it and make sure that you are on the same page again, and that you guys have released all that you need to have released emotionally before you get married and tie the knots, okay? All right, and then the next cards we have, okay, so we have Release Your Ex, and then we have Let Your Friends Help You. Okay, so with Release Your Ex, maybe this is the Queen of Wands or this waning moon, what you need to release. It could be an ex that your man has, or that you have, maybe. I don't know how this figures, other than this could also be like an external, like the Queen of Wands doesn't necessarily have to be like a person or an ex specifically, but this could be like a hobby that one of you guys has, or some type of thing that they need to release, okay? So it could be a habit, a hobby. It could materialize as like a specific person that they need to release or cut out of their life. But yeah, I'm seeing that the Queen of Wands, I don't really know why she's in this reading, because we have two queens. You can't have two queens. That's kind of the thing going on here. So one of them either needs to go or there needs to be an understanding that's reached, okay? A type of acceptance and assuredness that needs to be met by both partners here again, okay? Communication is key. And then with let your friends help you, this is pretty self-explanatory. Like, let your friends help you. You guys are being brought together through divine or just friendship intervention. But I'm seeing that it will be very important for this wedding for both of you guys to ask for support from your friends or from your families, okay? And to kind of lean on them if you have to. But yeah, this is very heartfelt, emotional stuff we're talking about here. And this could be a literal ex. This is the thing about this card. I just get that this Queen of Wands is like an ex or someone who should probably not be at the wedding, but will probably end up being there, or there might be some disagreements that you have with your partner over that person. Or this could be like a fierce mother-in-law. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie Monster-in-Law with Jane Fonda. But no, this I don't know why I keep referencing movies for this pile. Maybe it's because this wedding will have some of those themes, or it will be very entertaining to watch. There does seem to be an element of this wedding just being entertaining to watch, you know, like other people wanting to get in on the fun and see what's going on between you guys. Let's look at your last cards for some more info. Okay, so we have fertility. It says potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. And then we have rapid development, excellent success, Atlantis. Wow. Very beautiful. Whenever the Atlantis card comes out, I honestly just think of Ariel. Honestly though, now that I think about that, like the Little Mermaid, Ursula is kind of the other woman who's like trying to get involved. I don't know, but you guys, like if you chose this pile, there does seem to just be like two strong women who were involved in this wedding somehow, okay? With Atlantis specifically, you guys honestly might get married like on the ocean, like on a boat, on the beach. This wedding also does have a more wintry energy too. Like I could see it snowing. I could see you guys getting married close to Christmas or in January, February. Okay, Tokyo is coming through. Maybe some of you guys will get married in Japan or Tokyo. Also, what I'm getting with this when I see like the temples in the background, I think you guys will get married in a more traditional church, okay? Because I hear church bells. I'm hearing church bells. I see snow. Kind of like a wintry Christmas feel, but it could also be just wintertime in general. I think though, to sum up this reading, I would say this wedding will be very interesting to see how it plays out, especially with these two queens. But we have a king and a queen here, so this is pretty clear that both of you guys, this is going to be a classic wedding, okay? We have the king and the queen, we have the Two of Cups here, classic relationship card, soulmate card too. You guys are going to be brought together through divine intervention or through your friends, okay? There will be some stuff that comes up though close to the wedding that you guys will need to touch base on and release, okay? And again, communication is key. Communication, acceptance, keeping an open mind, and bringing love into the situation, okay? So yeah, these are the main things I'm receiving for this pile, so I will leave it at that for now. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it made sense. If you did like it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day wherever you're at. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey group 4, my final pile. For all of you who chose this gorgeous lapis crystal, this is your reading. Let's see what your wedding will be like. Okay, let's start off with your tarot. So we have the Hanged Woman in reverse. We have Strength, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, as well as the High Priestess in reverse. Wow. So we have like all major arcana cards. That's really cool. Both these lines meet up here. The only card that we don't have in reverse is Strength, okay? So you will need Strength for this wedding. It might take a while actually for this wedding to happen because we have the Hanged Woman here. And this is Pisces energy, so we all know that there might be some indecision here, or it could be a bit wishy-washy, finding an actual date or actually deciding on getting married. It's also interesting that we have like two Pisces cards here, the Hanged Woman and the High Priestess, which are both in reverse actually. This is also a very spiritual connection that you two will have, because we have two cards here associated with Pisces, which rules the dream world, the imagination. Also what I get with the High Priestess, or no, sorry, not the High Priestess, the Hanged Woman, whenever she is in reverse, she's facing upright. So that represents enlightenment, her being able to see something clearly, like she's no longer upside down. She is fully awoken. She is upright, okay? So this wedding might take a while to actually materialize, but I think once it does, with the Strength card, it will probably move really fast. Also, this is a tiger that is shown here on the Strength card, which is an exotic creature. So maybe you guys will get married somewhere that's pretty exotic, maybe in Asia, or I'm also getting South America for some of you guys. Somewhere that's hot, okay? You guys are probably going to get married in Leo season. Strength is associated with Leo. Or just summer in general. This is a very spiritual, like height of the summer, like midsummer wedding that I'm seeing for you guys. And then with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the thing is the Wheel of Fortune is a very positive card. And similar to the Sun, it's still positive when it's in reverse, okay? It just means that the timing might be delayed. Yeah, so this fortune will come to you a bit later, but this wedding will be worth it, okay? This will be a very magical wedding. Similar to pile 1, if you also felt drawn to pile 1. Although I think this wedding will be very simple, not as many people there. This pile will probably get married somewhere out in nature because we have the tiger here, we have these mountains. I'm also seeing a balcony and a slide. Okay, this is weird. Maybe some of you guys will get married on a rooftop. This wedding, it seems like something that, not that you guys will like put this off, you know, purposely because you don't want to get married. I'm just seeing that you guys will be a bit like wishy-washy on this wedding happening for a while before you make this decision. You make the Hanged Woman decision to just go ahead with it, and then from there you get the ball rolling and you're like, okay, let's choose this country, this day. Maybe you guys will get married on the full moon. There are a lot of synchronicities that will happen with this wedding because we have the High Priestess and the Hanged Woman here. With the High Priestess being in reverse, we have her third eye that's kind of pointed towards the earth, okay? And it feels almost like she's dropping these objects, because when you look at this card upright, she's obviously balancing both of these divine counterparts, masculine and feminine, right? So when she is reversed, it looks like she's dropping all of these objects expectations. So this wedding, you guys will probably end up dropping all expectations for it and just let it happen. This seems like a really non-stressful wedding. I think you guys will have fun with it, get very creative. We have strength here, so again, it might come a bit delayed because we also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It could also happen that this wedding doesn't go as you expected it to, but it still is very magical for you and everything you wanted, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, we have strength, we have all these beautiful major arcana cards. So this wedding will pan out. It will be what you wanted, but it won't be quite what you expect, okay? There will probably be an element of surprise to this wedding. Like, you'll have no idea when it will be, where it will be. Like, right now, you probably have no idea if you'll get married, when you will get married, or even where. And that's probably the best position you can be in, because ultimately this wedding will surprise you and it will be very cathartic for you, okay? That is a message that's coming through. I do feel like this High Priestess is releasing a lot of expectation. She's letting go. She's surrendering. So that will be very important for you to do with this wedding. It will help you to surrender and enter into a new phase of your life, okay? So for your next cards, we have the South Node, Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, as well as Adjustments Are Required, Third Quarter Moon. So yes, you guys might be a bit rigid with having like a set plan for this wedding, or maybe you do, but what I'm getting with this is that you guys will need to release expectations, let things go. Possibly past disappointments that you've had. Maybe you've been married before. That could also be a message for some of you guys. I'm just getting that the best thing you can have going into this wedding is no expectations, because this wedding will not be expected at all. I'm not saying that it will be spontaneous necessarily, but this wedding won't be your classic fairy tale fantasy wedding, okay? If you've grown up having a specific fantasy about your wedding, just know right now that this wedding will not look like that. It will be very different, probably exotic and somewhere that you would never imagine. But because of that, it will be all the more magical and something that can't be replicated, okay? All right, so for your next cards, we have Beauty as well as the Pearl Threaded. Ooh, what I get with the Pearl Threaded is like gorgeous jewelry. Maybe you guys will splurge on some great jewelry or dress design. We have Beauty here as well, so you guys will be looking your most beautiful. Don't doubt that. You guys will be looking the most beautiful you've ever looked here, okay? Also with the Pearl Threaded, I get that you guys might be a bit mature, so maybe you'll wait to get married. Maybe that's what this delay could be, is that you guys are wanting to wait until you have everything all set and there's not going to be like anything that you guys need to worry about, because pearls take a long time to develop. So I'm getting, because we have two pearls here, that both of you guys will be more mature and you'll be ready, okay? You'll be at that evolutionary point in your life, where both of your guys' lives, where you feel ready and you both are on the same page with what you want, all right? And then the next cards we have are Flirt as well as Past Life Relationship. Ooh, okay, Flirt. So with this, I think the best thing you can do with this wedding is to keep it light, fun, have no expectations, see where it goes. Again, with all this Pisces energy that we do have, the best thing you can do, honestly, with this wedding is go with the flow. Not surrender completely. Like, if you have certain elements that you want at the wedding, definitely go for it. Be very creative, imaginative, and open-minded though, and let your creativity guide you with this wedding, okay? That's the thing. Flirt is all about keeping it light, bubbly, exciting, and not heavy, okay? Don't make this wedding, don't force this wedding, rather, to be anything or to fit into a specific box or category, okay? Because that will ruin all the magic and the beauty that we have here. And then with past life relationship, this is super exciting, guys. This is someone who you have definitely known in a past life, who you will be uniting with. I think also with the Hanged Woman being upright, this represents a point of evolutionary realization. I think when the Hanged Woman is upright, she represents enlightenment. She represents epiphanies. Okay, so I think you'll reach this point at your wedding or in the weeks leading up to your wedding where you realize that the wedding itself doesn't matter. What matters is your person and how much in love you are with them, and that you've known them for so long, and this is the right time for you guys to have this union, regardless of the wedding or any physical expectations or barriers, because a wedding is an earthly thing. It's not like you're just getting a marriage contract, but it doesn't represent love, right? Or spiritual connection. So I think you guys will kind of let that all go leading up to this wedding. You guys will truly just focus on each other and exploring this new chapter that you guys have together. Okay, so the last cards we have are Farewell to the Moon, as well as the Magic of the Cohelan Druid. Interesting. Okay, so with the Magic of the Cohelan Druid, this card usually deals with taboos, having your own distinct style, not being afraid of what other people think, living in your authenticity. So again, I think this wedding will be very unique and out of the ordinary. You are going to be okay with that. You're going to be at that point in your life where you have let go of all expectations and things that have held you back in your past, and you're just going to be authentic no matter what with this wedding. Even if it's weird or if it's non-conventional, whatever, you are gonna claim it and it's gonna be beautiful, okay? And then with Farewell to the Moon, it says appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. Yeah, so this is also kind of reminding me of the Pisces energy that we have here. This is very spiritual. This wedding will be very spiritually bound, okay? So it could be on a full moon. It could be at high summer, around the eclipse or the solstice. I'm also getting that this wedding will be very scenic. It could be at sunset, or I'm getting late in the evening if you chose this pile. So in the summertime, the sun obviously sets much later. You guys might get married at night, but it feels like sunset or late evening. This seems just like a very spiritual, karmic wedding. It's meant to happen. And it's meant to be light and fun and flirtatious. Also with the Wheel of Fortune here. Don't take things too seriously. Just let it happen. Go with the flow. Embrace your creativity, your inner beauty, and make sure that this wedding is authentic, okay? If there's one thing you can do, just be true to yourself and make sure that this feels right with you and with your partner, okay? So yeah, these are the main things I'm receiving for this reading. So I will leave it at that for now. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it made sense. If you did like it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day wherever you're at. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later.